Hi, Patriots, and welcome back to Mason Cable News. My name is Alexis Whitted.
And I'm Keirsten Robinson. How are you doing, Alexis?
Great! It's October now, which is crazy. A lot of stuff is coming up that I was like, oh, that's due in October.
I totally feel that.
But, you know, I get up early in the morning, it's like 40 degrees. I'm trying to figure out what I'm wearing because then it's 75 degrees later on. And also because it's October, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Awesome, we got all our pink on. And the White House was also lit up in pink this weekend. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. How's your October as also?
It's going pretty well. Midterms are coming. Yeah. I got hit with midterms all at once. Like I was doing pretty well, and then they were like midterm. So it'll be interesting to see how they all turn out, but just gotta study hard.
Of course.
We would like to take a moment to offer our condolences to the family and friends of the Mason student who tragically passed away on Saturday. Police say the student may have ingested a hallucinogenic drug. President Cabrera sent out an email to Mason students to offer his condolences to those affected by the incident and to warn students about the risks of drug use. University police have been informed that other students may be in possession of the same drug involved in the incident, and they urge those students to contact law enforcement. Along with multiple Mason resources, they also reminded students that Mason has a medical amnesty program, meaning that students who seek help for alcohol or drug problems will not face any disciplinary action.
When Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico on September 20th, it left the island devastated. Many are left without power, food, or water. The death toll is still at 16, although the actual death rate is thought to be higher. On Sunday, President Trump dedicated his golf trophy to the hurricane victims. In response to the storm, he stated that Puerto Rico is sitting in the middle of the ocean and is surrounded by water, big water, ocean water. Saturday Night Live did not waste any time going after the president and his comments regarding the devastation in Puerto Rico. President Trump additionally visited the island yesterday, participating in relief efforts, and went on to praise first responders on the scene. Our thoughts with this tragic event are with those affected. Stay tuned. We'll have more news for you after this break.
Governor McAuliffe held the first Asian American and Pacific Islander Summit at George Mason University's Arlington campus on Friday. The summit brought together AAPI community members, business leaders, the governor, members of his administration, and members of the Virginia Asian Advisory Board. It was designed to show the diversity in the AAPI community and raise awareness of the ongoing successes of this community and the unique challenges that lie ahead.
Outbreaks that used to be confined to tropical climates are making their way to U.S. soil. George Mason University will join Ceres Nanosciences and Tasso Incorporation to develop a universal surveillance platform for infectious disease outbreaks. The goal is to develop a test that can be rapidly deployed in the field and operated by untrained users to improve early response. Now here's Raven Royal with your weather forecast for the next few days.
Hello Patriots, I'm Raven Royal with your weekly weather report brought to you in part by the GMU Weather Club. As we move closer to the holiday weekend, we haven't experienced any measurable rain in our region in over 2 weeks. Unfortunately for us, the dry conditions will continue for the next couple of days as a high pressure system moves over our region. It will remain sunny with highs in the low to mid 80s for the next couple of days. More clouds are expected on Thursday as a high-pressure system starts to break and allow for a cold front to enter our region. There's a slight chance of rain on Friday as a cold front makes its way through our region, but I expect most of our region to stay dry. The weekend will once again be seasonably cool and sunny, with temperatures reaching only the low to mid-70s. It will be a very good weekend to enjoy the festivities at the Fairfax Fall Festival. As we move into next week, you might want to find your umbrella as our first chance of relief from this dry period seems to bring us rain on Monday and Tuesday. Enjoy the long weekend.
This is a reminder that the second day of the career fair is tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Dewberry Hall. Hosted by Career Services, it is the largest annual career fair at Mason. It features over 200 employers who are looking to fill positions for internships, part-time jobs, and full-time jobs. The event is open to all Mason students and alumni. It is recommended that attendees dress professionally and bring copies of their resume to impress potential employers. To prepare the Mason community, students, faculty, and alumni were invited to shop at the JCPenney's in Fair Oaks Mall. Organized by University Career Services, the event garnered more than 500 attendants. Here's Angelique Arintok with more of the story.
Blazers and dress shirts to bow ties, ties, blouses, cardigans, and shoes. Get ready to
suit up, Mason. Students, faculty, alumni, and even GMU's very own Green Machine is ready to get their discount deals here at the JCPenney in the Fair Oaks Mall. In collaboration with University Career Services, this event is meant to prepare the Mason Nation for the 2017 Career Fair on Wednesday, October 4th and Thursday, October 5th.
This is the first time we've done this event. I'm partnering with JCPenney, and we're so excited. Students can get nearly 70% off on professional clothing, so we hope it'll be a really good deal.
A 40% off coupon is admitted upon entry and is applicable on any and all purchases for professional clothing.
Actually a bigger turnout than I was expecting. I was like, maybe it's Sunday evening, a little less people will show up, but there's a lot of people over here, and you know, it's good. We'll fight for some stuff, I guess.
I think it's awesome. With the college career fair coming up, this is really where all the students should be so that they can dress to impress.
For more information about Career Week at Mason, visit careers.gmu.edu. Reporting for Mason Cable News, Angelique Arintok and the George Mason Patriot.
On Tuesday, October 3rd, Take Back the Night was held in North Plaza. In addition to stations where students could decorate pillowcases and make signs, last night's event was an emotional one, filled with monologues from students who've experienced sexual assault, violence, and rape. This event is an annual gathering held during Turn Off the Violence Week in support of victims of sexual assault, domestic violence, rape, racism, the apartheid, deportation, and more. The gathering was co-sponsored by LGBTQ Resources, Student Support and Advocacy Center, Counseling and Psychological Services, and the Women and Gender Studies Office.
George Mason's Confucius Institute is hosting Chinese painting classes on Fridays from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. in the East Building in room 129. On Friday, October 13th, participants will learn how to paint a loofah gourd. Come and learn to paint your own masterpiece.
Do exams have you stressed? On Sunday, October 8th, Massage Green Spa in Fairfax will be giving Mason students discounted rates on massages and facials. The prices are $20 for both services and $25 for either a massage or a facial. The event will start at 11 a.m. and end at 4 p.m. Come out to relax and relieve stress at a cheap price.
Do you want to learn more about the current socioeconomic crisis in Venezuela? Phi Iota Alpha Fraternity will be hosting an information session tonight from 7 to 9 p.m. in room E in the Johnson Center. The discussion topic will include the current crisis in the Venezuelan government and what it means for society and the country.
The 7th annual Immigration Monologues will take place on Monday, October 9th from 6 to 9 p.m. in Dewberry Hall. Immigration Monologues brings together members of the local immigrant community to share stories about their experiences of being immigrants in the United States. Speakers share their experiences through personal monologues and poetry. The title of this year's monologues is And We Rise. This event is part of Hispanic Heritage Month and is hosted by the Lambda Upsilon Lambda fraternity.
Fall student elections are currently available at Mason on getconnected.gmu.edu. An amendment being voted on is whether Mason Life students can run for Student Senate. Here's Bria Lloyd speaking to proponents of the issue. Following that is Cody with your sports report.
My program is a 4-year college certificate program for students with intellectual and developmental disabilities here at George Mason University.
Madison and I are piecing together just how important Mason Life is. Students like Madison are raising the bar. Just recently, she helped pass a bill that will allow students with disabilities to run for student office.
It's finally going to allow students to run for a Senate position or to vote for senators, because before we couldn't, and that was a huge deal. And now we're going to be able to run for a Senate position if we want to run, or to vote.
However, not everyone was in favor of the bill, and a few students chose to speak against it.
It made me feel like I was less important than everyone else here on campus, when this entire campus is all about inclusion, which is what I thought this was all about. But now I don't even know how people think about this program. I feel like they don't understand that we are people too, and that we understand what is happening on this campus. And I understood every word that man was saying.
I actually will run because I really just want to be a voice for everyone, not just the program in this case, everyone. All the minority groups here on campus.
At some point, there needs to be no question of whether our students are able to join these different organizations and things on campus.
Reporting from Mason Cable News, Bria Lloyd.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Hello Patriots, I'm Cody Borden. Here's your sports report for this week. The golf team took a road trip this week, finishing up the Firestone Invitational in the Big O, Ohio. Senior Eric Edwards tied for 24th place overall after a strong finish. He moved up 6 spots in the final round and shot a 6 over par. The team as a whole tied in 10th place. In 2 weeks' time, the team will be back on the road and playing in the Phoenix Invitational hosted by Elon. The men's soccer team had a slobber knocker ahead of them today, going into the nation's capital to take on rival George Washington. Coming into the fight of the Founding Fathers, the Patriots were riding high with a 3-game win streak. Today, the battle was a defensive showing. The game was scoreless throughout regulation, but George Washington was able to steal the ball and score on a breakaway in overtime. Women's cross-country freshman Riley Freeland ran like the wind blows and posted her second top 15 finish at the Mason Invitational. Her effort earned her the title of Women's Rookie of the Week. She flew through the course in a little over 23 minutes, helping Mason finish third as a team. The team will be getting lively against the Ivy next week at the Princeton Invitational. At the Loyola Fed, women's tennis coach Curtis said, "I was pleased with our performance this weekend." The team was led by Sydney Green and Hannah Yang, who placed second overall. The duo of Brianna Gibbs and Hannah Chianchola finished 4th overall. The team will be back at it this weekend at the Navy Blue and Gold, representing the Green and Gold. You might need to sit down for our final story. Are you ready? Basketball is back. That's right, it's back. All of your favorites are back too. Otis Livingston and Jared Gruyer led the team in their first practice this past Monday. The team has some new faces as well, including AJ Wilson, Jared Reuter, and 3 new scholarship freshmen. The team is excited to get back on the court, and the Mason Nation is excited to get back in the stands. That'll do it for this week's Sports Report. Reporting for Mason Cable News, I'm Cody Borden. Stay tuned for On the Couch with Rosemary Idisi, who has the latest on entertainment news, and Brianna Sharpe for Freshman's Corner. Also, stick around for our roundtable discussion on the Las Vegas shooting. You're watching Mason Cable News.
What's up, Mason Nation? I'm your host, Rosemary Idisi, and welcome to On the Couch. I hope you all had an amazing week since last time. I know I had an amazing week when I wasn't thinking about calculus and papers and tons of homework that eventually piles up because I wait until the last minute to do everything. Anyway, it's a brand new week, and boy, do I have some entertainment news for you guys today. So let's jump right onto the Hollywood gossip train. OJ is out, and no, I'm not talking about orange juice. I'm talking about O.J. Simpson. According to Yahoo, the former football star has been released on parole after spending 9 years behind bars for armed robbery. O.J. is known for being an NFL running back, broadcaster, actor, convicted armed robber, kidnapper, and murder suspect. He plans to live at home in Las Vegas, spend time with his family, play a little golf, and eat some seafood and steak. Sounds like some pretty solid plans for right when you get out of jail after 9 years. Moving on to our next story, first we found out about Kim and her surrogate, then we got shocked by Kylie's pregnancy with Travis Scott, and now it's Khloe's turn, because guess what? She's pregnant too. According to People magazine, the 33-year-old Keeping Up with the Kardashian star is expecting her first child with 26-year-old NBA boyfriend Tristan Thompson. The couple have been dating since September of 2016 and are reportedly thrilled about the news. Khloe is currently the third Kardashian-Jenner sister to be expecting, and sources say that Khloe and Kylie are actually due around the same time. Well, that's 3 of them, guys. Who's next? Kourtney with her 4th baby, or Kendall? Or maybe we should be keeping an eye out for Caitlyn. That was a joke. Lastly, Bruno Mars, who is currently on his 24K Magic World Tour, performed at the Capital One Arena in DC on Friday. If you got to go to this concert, you're so lucky, and I wish I was you because tickets were sold out by the time I tried to get my hands on them. I ended up sitting in my room, crying, watching Bruno Mars music videos alone. Anyway, even though I wasn't at the concert, you know who was there? Michelle Obama. In fact, Mrs. Obama and Bruno Mars met in person at the show, and Bruno gave her a personalized jersey with the words Obama 24K written on the back in gold. Bruno then posted a pic of the two with the caption, "Last night in DC, Mrs. Obama came to the concert and blessed us with her presence. Hashtag 24K Magic World Tour, hashtag hooligans." He also posted another picture with himself, Mrs. Obama, and his band, the Hooligans, with the caption, hashtag squad. That's definitely squad goals right there. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for being here on the couch with me. Don't forget to follow my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Rosemary Idisi. Okay, Patriots, you can catch me in this same spot next week. I'll be back with more celebrity gossip.
It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Welcome back to Freshman's Corner. I'm your host, Brianna Sharpe, coming to you from The Hub. So this week, I decided to go ask upperclassmen and freshmen about their freshman involvement. So if you're interested in watching this segment, stay tuned. Are you involved in any activities here at George Mason?
Actually, I am involved. I'm the vice president of the Shenandoah neighborhood here on campus. It's been a lot of fun. It's great to know that you're getting involved in the community, helping other freshmen, and just getting your head out there so you learn more and help other people.
I'm in BSA, L Team, and My Natural.
I was really interested in the tennis club.
GMU Student Power.
I'm actually a member of the volleyball team here.
Do you have any tips on how to get involved in sports?
Yeah, practice really hard, reach out to coaches. Like, there's always a spot for people to play.
Awesome. How's the application process? Because I'm trying to get more freshmen involved here, and you said you are a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you think freshmen can do things like this?
The best way to do things like this is just to ask people who are involved, ask your RA, ask any upperclassmen you might know, because they can point you in the right direction.
Basically, you go to their interest meetings and go to their general body meetings, and then pay your dues, and you're involved.
I saw a poster in the JC, and I was like, oh, cool. So I met them at Sub 1 and group chats and stuff like that. It's a really cool group of people.
And who would you like to see perform for homecoming?
Will the rapper.
Nice. You already know, NBA Youngboy.
Chance the Rapper.
My girl Beyonce. I'm just playing.
Yeah,
I know y'all can't.
I feel that. Thank you guys for tuning into this segment of Freshman's Corner. Stay tuned for next week's episode. And if you guys are interested in joining any clubs, activities, or just being active at all at George Mason, you can always go to getconnected.gmu.edu.
59 people were killed and over 500 more were injured on Sunday night when a gunman opened fire on a crowd at a country music festival in Las Vegas. The event is considered the deadliest mass shooting in American history, surpassing the Pulse nightclub shooting last year in Orlando. Shooter Stephen Paddock fired into the crowd at the festival from the 32nd floor of the nearby Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino. He was later found dead in his hotel room by police. Investigators searched Paddock's hotel room and home on Monday and Tuesday, uncovering an arsenal of weapons. These included more than 15 guns in the hotel room, as well as an additional 19 guns and explosives at his home. Investigators still have not uncovered a motive for the shooting. Candlelight vigils have been held for the victims in Las Vegas. Here at Mason, a roundtable event about gun control with Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, previously scheduled for Monday, was canceled out of respect for the victims. After events like this happen, the conversation often turns to discussions about gun control. However, many people criticize discussing politics in the midst of the grieving process. When do you think is the most appropriate time to discuss policy issues after a tragedy of this nature?
I would say now is the best time as any, because in the past couple of years we've had Virginia Tech, we've had Sandy Hook, we've had Orlando, and now we have Las Vegas. If now's not the best time, I don't know when the best time is.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I think that some people like to pass it off as being insensitive to victims and their families, but I think it's being more sensitive to them, honestly, to provide a way to try to prevent this from happening again, I think.
Mm-hmm. I think with that, when they advocate right after, it makes the families know that, they're there for them, their representatives are advocating for them, and they're not alone in the process.
Right, definitely.
And that change is coming as well.
Exactly, hopefully.
At least the potential for it.
Yes. Patriots, thank you for tuning in to this week's broadcast. Be sure to tune back in each week at Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. for more news on campus and off.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at MCN on TV, on Twitter and Facebook at Mason Cable News, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Mason Cable Network. I'm Alexis Whitted.
I'm Cody Borden.
And I'm Keirsten Robinson. Have a great rest of your week.